What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ricky. I am a former metal drummer. Today we are back listening to Falling in Reverse. This one is called All My Life featuring Jelly Roll. Before we get into the video, please like this video if you do happen to like it and subscribe so you don't miss out on any releases moving forward. I thank you all for your patience. I know I haven't uploaded it in a while, but you know, getting a lot of stuff done around the house recently and had to get that in order before releasing something else. But you know, we like Falling in Reverse here on this channel and how wacky and weird their songwriting can be. So them featuring Jelly Roll in a song is I'm very interested as to what direction they have going on here. So we're just gonna get right into it. This is Falling in Reverse, All My Life, featuring Jelly Roll in 3, 2, 1. Interesting.
Yeah, I've been high and low, I've been sober, I've been fighting, searching for my love in all the wrong places.
Okay.
Word up on the streets is I got a bad reputation. Yeah, I may have true blood, but that was true love. Got a stroke of bad luck everywhere I look, every time.
Okay, I was not expecting the twang country feel, which I guess in hindsight I should have seen it coming just based off of the set design. There's also a little bit of, I don't know the name of the vocalist, but there's a little bit, not only is there obvious twang that's being thrown in here, it has a little bit of the vocalist. This is just the first name that came to mind, or the first group was the guy from All American Rejects. It just reminds me of the song Gives You Hell for some reason. That's just the feel I felt, if that makes sense. Okay, I have no idea what direction they're going into now, so let's just move on.
Word up on the streets is I got a bad reputation. Yeah, I may have true blood, but that was true love. Got a stroke of bad luck everywhere I look. Every time I go right, everything goes wrong. And I self-destruct when I'm close to love. So someone save my soul. Because all my life I've fucked up and I can't deny. I do my best to get it together.
Interesting. Okay.
I've been through hell and back. I've had my share of drama, baby. Please cut me some slack. I know you wanna get through to me.
Good harmonies.
My worst enemy. I may have true blood, but that was true love. Got a stroke of bad luck everywhere I look. Every time I go right, everything goes wrong. And I self-destruct when I'm close to love. Better buckle down, giddy up. Here we go. Because all my life.
Okay, so there's something that I didn't expect also. I mean, honestly, I haven't expected most of what's happening here. The amount of like record scratches, like the DJ record scratches in the back is very prominent. And I kind of like the juxtaposition a little bit. You don't hear it too much in a sort of country style kind of song. So that's what lends me to believe it's a little more, less country and just more like, it's like a country pop. I don't even know what to call this. I think Falling in Reverse has made it very clear that genres do not define them anymore. They are going to do music, and it does not matter what genre you want to try to pigeonhole them into. It doesn't matter. Like, obviously, this is something they wanted to do because they went ahead and like went forward with a project like this, and so it doesn't matter what genre it is, because if they feel like they can pull it off, which clearly they can, they're gonna do it, and it's their every right to go ahead with it. Country, I mean, for context, for me, country is one of those where it's not a genre I would gravitate towards, but there are always going to be songs in every genre that will kind of pique your interest a little bit. This one's a little more nuanced, so I'm enjoying this more than I would if I had gone into it thinking country song. Then my view of this would be I would have an unintentional negative thought process just because of that's how my brain works. Like I don't seek out country music too often, but because I'm going into it with no context of anything, I'm actually really enjoying this. And then I remember an interview recently that Ronnie did, recently being like the last couple years, of where everyone was kind of labeling him as like the quote unquote chorus guy, where Falling Universe previous songs had choruses for days, and that's what he was known for. And so what did he do in the previous two songs, in Watch the World Burn and in Ronald? There were no choruses to be seen in either of those songs. So now he's showing you, I obviously can do songs without choruses. I just showed you the last two ones. They were top hits forever. And now he's going right back into the realm of like, I still can do choruses though if I wanted to. Case in point. Good. Okay. Huh. Oh. Okay, this is one of the more fascinating breakdowns I've ever heard. Obviously, it's not as heavy as basically the entirety of Ronald, not even as heavy as Watch the World Burn, but listen to the guitar riff. It is still right within the realm of the chord progression, and stylistically you have like these country pop like intervals that they use that you would commonly hear in choruses. And so they kept that in the breakdown. It's kind of more of a major-ish key in comparison to a lot of metal songs, which is usually more minor. And so usually with minor keys, it tends to be more dark, more dissonant. But with major keys, it sounds much more upbeat, much more joyful, just by the chord progression itself. But they kept the progression, but then just put kind of a harsher instrumentation behind it, so that you still have this nice blend of like, obviously we're going to do a breakdown here. You saw it coming. But they kept the country feel within it just by the notes they chose. That was so smart.
Go.
Yeah. Nice. Cool. Okay, I know, I mean, for context, I know about as little to know about Jelly Roll as someone can be. I have no idea any of his music. I know the name, and that's as far as my knowledge goes from him. I loved that little line that he did, had a little bit of rasp, grit on the higher notes there, and it gave it so much feel. And like he could have just gone the pop route, which he kind of did in his verse, where he kept it clean throughout, like his vocals were clean throughout the entire section. But then he added a little bit of different feel, a little bit of different texture, just so your like common choruses tend to be. They're not the same thing over and over and over again. Let me put just a little bit of pizzazz on it, a little bit of, you know, there's a French saying in there that I can't think of the saying right now, but it just gave it it gave it a nice little touch. Nice. I think at this point, like, you would have thought, you know, going into any new Fallen Universe song now, you just have to expect the unexpected, because they do everything in their what seems they do everything in their power to prove people, like, there will be like a criticism of something. So obviously he had the criticism of they have so many choruses, he's only known for his choruses, so let me just put out 2 songs that have none of it. And then now that people are starting to, you know, backtrack it a little bit, it's like, oh, you don't do choruses anymore, what happened? You're doing all this other weird stuff, like you're doing, you know, collabs with Tech Nine, you got songs that have a ton of rapping in comparison to metal with Watch the World Burn, and then Ronald, total other way around, so much metal, you added Alex Terrible in there from Slaughter to Prevail. And then now with this, you have this country fusion thing with Jelly Roll, and they're basically just here to prove to you that they can really do anything they want to do and pull it off. And there is nothing that is going to constrict them stylistically or songwriting wise. They're just going to do what they feel is right to them. And they have, obviously they can do it. I mean, this song has been #1 for the past couple of weeks, as far as I'm aware. And so, I mean, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I'm not taking anything away from that. I think it's hard to find some criticisms now. I mean, yeah, like, I really like what they're about and what they're doing. You know, all the stuff that Ronnie did in the past, it happened. I mean, not much you can do there. Like, the past is going to stay there forever. So, like, if you don't like them because of said past, that's totally your prerogative. But specifically, I'm here for the music, and musically speaking, these guys, they've got something here. They're on a roll. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. And if you did like it, again, hit the like button just so you can get that YouTube algorithm up and running. And then subscribe so you don't miss out on any future Fallen in Reverse and maybe other bands as well reactions. And until then, guys, take care. I will see you next time.